Welcome, guys, to Dogs of War YouTube channel. Today we got game round 4 of a Conquest tournament that we had here in the store with Josh on the left, Dukes on the right. Commentary, you got me, Jesus.
And me, Josh, who's on the left.
Josh is playing IG with Orcs, and Duke is playing Dark Eldar with Eldar.
Yep.
And he has Void Pirate and Planet 5.
Void Pirate on 5 with the Archon Palace already out. I'm not liking my situation already. So put out the Imperial Bunker to reduce the cost of my Inquisitor Acolyte.
Why not Planet 3?
I was setting up to win Planet 2 on my initiative.
Okay.
From looking at the board, Dukes can't win on initiative, so pulse the conscripts. Didn't really plan on them
Your
playing.
favorite cards, the birds. Ooh, the new Ludas.
Yeah, the Desco Ludus. They're
What
really
do you think
nice.
about that card?
They're good. They're a warrior, so they get buffed with Straken. And they allow
command.
They're 2 command. They're a tad expensive, but for a 2/3 with 2 command and a stable ability,
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
But you put them instead of the Squig Bombers. And speaking to you after the tournament, you kind of regretted it.
This is kind of the game that I regret it.
Yeah. Because that ability, if you play Squig Bomber, unless you're playing Eldar, they could cancel it. They're the only faction that can cancel it in the event.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to control
units.
Yeah.
No resources for me. He gets 2 cards. I get a card and a resource. More importantly, I deny him that 2-card draw.
That's a good play going to Planet 5. And he Arkham Terrors your...
Arkham Terror, my Desco Ludas, so they can't swing at the Archon Palace, which I'm sad about. He pulls a preemptive barrage, which I'm really sad about. And, yep. Looking at the planets, I can route nothing because it says army units. I can make him discard a card, or I can't trigger the... Ooh, Baleful Mantrix. That's a nice card to get rid of. Any card that has ranged that I can get rid of is awesome. And so now I'm in a bad situation because if we look at the cards on my initiative, I can't win it. So I have to fight on Duke's initiative to win a planet. I currently have initiative. We were looking at...
Ooh, rulebook is out. This is serious.
We were looking at when the actions windows were...
Yeah.
For a certain phase.
You remember a phase?
I couldn't remember why we were looking at it. I think we were looking at it for Calamity when it can be triggered. Which Calamity for me is no big deal because it's not bouncing any of my stuff. My 2 guys are 3 cost. Or one's a 3 cost, one's a 4 cost. So I pay 1 for Goth Boys on the first planet. Just trying to ensure my victory on the first planet. Also putting a second planet there, or a second unit there to make sure he can't Archon Terror my 1 unit away. Losing the Acolyte, which sucked because he's choking me right now with card draw. And making me discard a bunch of cards, so reducing by 1 to play the Scholar Augur, which I have actually taken out of my deck.
Not liking him?
He whiffed way too much for my liking. He's also not a warrior nor soldier, so he doesn't get buffed by Straken. putting out the Acadian mortar teams on planet 4. One, because that's kind of my win condition planet right now. Also, it negates a card and resource from Dukes right now. And we go into the commitment phase. And I honestly don't know where to go. I have 2 of the planets. The Augur does not have any command icons, so I don't win that planet. I go to 2 to get 2 card draw.
He goes to 3.
He goes to 3. So first planet, 2 resources. Second planet, I get denied cards, and I win the 4th planet. And I route the only thing I can route. And we punch a Chimera in the face. Make you discard a card. Ooh, that's a nice pull for me. 2. Do I... Yep, that dies, and I trigger it to try and put out a support card.
It goes into play?
And it would go into play, however I whiffed. And I think I saw a preemptive barrage in that setup too, so I'm like really upset that I lost that.
You have a better board position though.
That's what I found against Stark Eldar. Oh, Calamity. Bounces my Goth Boys, which I actually...
Doesn't it bounce the tokens?
No, they don't have a cost. It also says army units. And tokens are tokens. They're units, but they're not army units.
Okay. So he calamities for what?
To get the bird and his cadre person. His Beastmasters. So I lose a second conscripts, which at the current state of the game, I only have one. What is that? Goth Boys? Putting Goth Boys on the second planet. Hindsight, I probably should have put them on the first planet, but again, I needed something at a red is my win condition right now. So I needed to put stuff on the red planets to kind of and try to control them.
So whose turn is it?
It's Duke's right now. Trying to figure out what to do.
Duke's time.
Dukes, what are you doing?
You don't have
Jeez, we're double timing it too. So putting the incubi on the second planet.
Why there? I guess it's...
I'm curious why you didn't put it on the 4th planet either. Particularly because... I mean... Oh, I actually passed 2. I only had the Goth Boys to play. That's why the conscripts actually kind of sucked losing. Because I did plan on playing them because I had 6 resources, or 7 resources, and a reducer. But, so I'm going to 2 to move my Acolyte to the second planet, also to deny him another planet. And right now I'm hoping to dodge an Archon's Terror for the first planet. 2, and it is an Archon's Terror, and I cry a little on the inside.
That bird wins another planet.
And he pulls another preemptive barrage from the discard from that planet. Ew.
You lost 2 bird? Wow.
I lost 2 preemptive barrages. Swing for 1 with the Goth Boys. And I got it. Swing for 2. I shield 2. Swing for 2. I got it. Counting how many units he has, which he has a lot. I don't have that many, so I'm going to draw 3 cards. Battle here. I'll kill a token. Swing for 2. And he dies. Trigger a bout ability of another planet. He honestly will probably search the top 3. Yep. So right now it's a pretty close game. We've both won planets on our initiatives, so as of right now, it looks like it's going to be coming down to the last planet.
It looks like a good slug-out game.
Mm-hmm. Putting out the Psyker at the last planet. I'm concentrating more on the planets that have 2 different types of resources, so the 1/1s, because it's harder for him to deny me resources with his Archon's Terror right now.
There's your favorite dude.
I hate the frickin' bird. And Smash and Bash, which I was testing out that tournament and came to the conclusion that it, while nice, it really only helps planets that there isn't an enemy warlord there. I actually did a misplay during the tournament where I played it with the Chaos Warlord was there, which meant each of my guys took 2 damage. But it wasn't a legal play. I would have lost the game anyway. So it was all good. So he's going to go get his Archon's Terror back from the Coliseum fighters. And I hate my world. So right now, I'm trying to spread out and start winning those command icons by throwing them out there. Which is a difficult choice for me because I have to think about winning, but at the same time, I have to think about the long game. So I'm not sure if it was the correct call, but... And he trumps my Acolyte with the Incubi. I still have 4 resources, but I pass because I don't have any units in my hand. So he has no one on the first planet. So if he goes there, which he doesn't. So fortunately for me, I win that. Most likely, unless he double Archon's Terror, and then I cry.
Oh, that would be...
So, I have a pretty strong command phase right now. Counting your dudes, which I can actually trigger, so I'm going to draw 3 cards, since you've been denying me card draw. Me winning that planet twice in a row and being able to trigger it is a big deal.
Yes.
So we go to planet 3, or the second planet right now. And that's a second Death Skull Ludus, which gets routed by Archon's Terror. And now I have to look at kind of like a damage control kind of feel right now. So I've played 2 Death Skull Ludus to kill that Archon's Terror, or the Archon's Palace. And here it is, turn 3, and it's still there. Ugh.
Yeah.
Swinging for 2 at a Chimera.
Bombers would have been better.
2 damage to the Death Skull Ludus, blocking 1 of it. 2 damage there. Blocking it. 1, blocking it, taking the 1. And we ready! Hallelujah!
Can you swing with it? What's the initiative?
I can't recall. I do. Huzzah! It swings for 3. So unless he discards the big one, which he only discards a single shield, so his Warlord's taking 2 damage. And I finally get rid of the Archon's Palace. used most of my shields up protecting my Descoludas so I could destroy that Archon. Honestly, here, I should probably have ran, considering that there's 4 damage on his side. But he prioritizes the Descoludas. Elysian Drop Troopers are going to do 2 damage to his Warlord. Or 3 damage because of the Elysians. And we ready? And he retreats that person, which is a good play for him. And I decide to run with my strike. And he does Aatrox Prime. So my Warlord is pretty bloodied. Or pretty wounded. But so is his right now too. So I have a mountain of resources. That's nice. And I actually have a decent hand size because of the 2 times I won that planet that, if I have less units, I get to either draw 3 or get 3 resources, which I've always been drawing 3 from that.
Yes, it's very when you do the resources on that.
That's the AoE 1 dudes. Reducing by 1. Put Psychers out there.
I like the Psychers.
They're pretty good. They're really good. Sucks that they don't have any attack, but with 4 butt, there's not a lot that can kill them in one swing, so. Range guy.
2-1 range.
2-1 ranged for 2. Catachin Outpost. Exhaust for +2 attack. Which is good for me. Straken's Command Squad. Duke's passes, so I put out Straken's Command on that planet that I need to win with Rocket Boys and put hostile environment gear on my Goth Boys so that they can hopefully ready up. And I win all 3 planets. And without an Archon's Terror there to negate anything, I just flat out draw it all.
Man, you're dominating at this stage.
The downside is both of our Warlords are really bloodied.
Oh yeah, they're hurting both of you.
So unfortunately I did not have a preemptive barrage for this fight.
Ooh,
and
you.
I also don't think I drew any shields either. Now I think I drew a shield because my Acolyte ended up leaving play. So I do 2 damage to his Warlord, which ends up killing it. Or bloodying it.
Nope, still just kills you.
Two damage to him. I shield it, 1 of them. 1 damage to that. One damage to him. Puts it there. We ready up.
Couldn't you have you put a damage on him to untap him? Is that not the guy?
No, that's Nazbag's Cadre.
Cadre, okay.
Swing for 1. Oh, okay. So, do a point of damage to...
Never used your bunker.
Yeah, I didn't. So I could have probably killed something more important, but tried to do a point of damage to a Chimera, which honestly I should have probably shot the ranged guy, but So he gets the first planet and triggers the second planet's ability. Which right now I'm looking in a bad situation because I need to either kill his Warlord or win the last planet, which is not good.
Duke wins if he wins the first planet?
He will win if he wins this current first planet, yes.
Okay.
First one, Rockery Bunker. Love that card. Dukes. Rating. Merry Christmas, you can have your one resource. And I put out another Rockery Bunker.
Ooh, nice.
Getting the raid back with Coliseum Fighters. Stalwart Ogren for 1, thanks to Imperial Bunker. It's a 2/2, immune to resources with a command icon. And he places another Archon's Palace out.
Your favorite one. Ooh, there's this boy.
Captain Marquise at the last planet. Since I would technically need to win that in order to win the game. And
I think he should have been in his first. Does he an ability can trigger when he's exhausted?
yes,
So you could have deployed him in the first planet to take advantage of his attack, and then he would have gone to the second planet for you to use him later on.
that's true. I guess my concept was as well, if he were to go to the second planet, which he's going to, he's throwing off the first one as a loss.
Yeah, because he doesn't need it.
Because he doesn't need it. I needed to go there because
He needed to defend it.
I couldn't have let him win it for free. So we go to the actions. And swing for 2. He shields 2 with the raid that he got back. 3. So only 1 goes down on him.
Why didn't you retreat with your warlord?
Because he only had 1 damage and the incubi was the only thing there. So I decided to kill the incubi. Oh, why my first swing wasn't that? Because I could have tried to kill the incubi with a acolyte, which would have been preferable, but didn't happen that way. So I'm sacrificing my Psyker to exhaust one of his dudes and doing 2 damage to his warlord. I probably should have used the Catachan Outpost, saved the Catachan Outpost for Marcus, in all actuality.
Retreat?
If I retreat, he kills it because he's going to fire Aatrox Prime at HQ.
Oh. Yeah, but then you got... Oh, no, concrete bunkers are used already.
Yep. So he dies, unfortunately. He fires Aatrox Prime at HQ. And I look at my shield cards and see what I can save. Time was called, actually right here. So we had to count up how many icons we each had, which Dukes got it by 1 icon.
It was that Raven when he took that planet by himself.
Yep, when he got that 1 icon green planet at the beginning. So it was a really close game.
It could have gone either way.
Granted, he had the Doom in his hand, so start of next turn he would have doomed.
Oh, that would have been game over.
And I drew my next few cards to see what I would have had, and it wasn't enough really to take the planet back from him.
Yeah, he took all your combat tricks out, you know.
Yeah, he took out 2 of my preemptive barrages, which I think I only had 2 core sets at the time. So that was all of my preemptive barrages.
So guys, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Good job, Dukes.
And Dukes moves on to 4-0 in the tournament.
4-0. Top seat. Like us if you like us. Subscribe if you don't.
If you haven't. And you guys see you in the finals. See you.
Bye-bye.